The system itself isn't broken. That's why it can't be fixed. The system is doing what it's designed to do. Serve big business, disempower people, support a media that perpetuates lies and myths. So it's not like they're going, we're trying our best not to do another Iraq war. Oh no, we did one. Like, they're designed to do Iraq wars because their corporate partners, their big businesses, the military industrial complex require that. So a good individual like your Tom Watsons or your Caroline Lucas, they're lost in there. There's no way that system can ever deliver the results we require. The only way you'll get the results we require is when people like your viewers, like the young people you're reaching out to, directly involve themselves and demand proper democracy. Proper democracy, where they're represented in their communities, where they're represented in their workplaces. And the only way they're going to get that is by being disobedient. Any structure that the system endorses, that ain't going to work because it's within the system. Do you know what I don't like about that? That feels like a little bit tuck your ghoulies between your legs, waddle along, do as you're told like a good boy. It's like, no, if you've got time to turn up to a polling station, turn up at a hospital and actively oppose the dismantling of your public services that no one wants and you ain't got an option to vote against. If you've got time to turn up and vote, turn up and protest outside a prison where people who are in prison can't get sent books anymore. If you've got time to turn up and spoil a ballot, use that time to protest against Monsanto, preventing the information that the UN put out that localised organic farming could feed the world, not one single human being excluded, not one. That information is suppressed and not acted upon because our governments won't represent us because they represent Monsanto, they represent big pharmaceutical, they represent big energy. Demand proper change. I don't think you're getting that by, I've spoiled my ballot, take that. I'm not endorsing apathy. I didn't say don't vote, I can't think of anything else. I said don't vote, demand democracy. I don't think this is a time for like me or Gareth Gates or JLC or like any of the other bigwigs to sort of start fronting it out and going weird, vote for me type stuff. I think this is a time for like to end that idea. This is no longer a time for like the individuals stepping forward. This is a time for all of us to come together. I think I don't know what the future holds, but I know that I'm dedicated to this. I want to be involved in it, and if options to create genuine change emerge, I'd love to be involved. Now, when the people of the campaigners of Hillsborough lost their relatives as a result of the injustice and ineptitude, it looked like the truth was never going to get out. The big media, the big institutions, the government, all lying to the people of Liverpool. But the Justice for the 96 campaigners, they stuck together and they kept going, and they keep going to this day because they believe in what they're doing. Now, that's just one example how people coming together can make an impact. As long as we're told there's no alternative, then we're sort of happy to sort of shiver along and at least we're not getting our heads chopped off. Like we're sort of grateful not to be beheaded. That's the society we're living in. We're grateful vote just in case UKIP. Oh great, democracy to avoid Nigel Farage. There's other ways to avoid Nigel Farage. There's better, stronger ways. We can take whatever we want. Look how hard they work to keep us in the dark. Look at the channel after channel of nonsense. Look at the military organisations. Look at the police force. Look at the institutions that go into holding us down, because they know that as soon as we decide to disobey, as soon as we decide not to cooperate, it's over. And that's a very liberating and inspiring thought. When like the Indian Revolution, a peaceful revolution happened, it must have seemed impossible that the British Empire, the most powerful military political force on earth, could ever be overthrown. But they did it. They did it with, not without struggles. And let's face it, India and Pakistan ain't perfect today. But what I'm talking about is when people come together with a common objective, they can change the world. What are young people feeling? How many people are feeling no stake in society? How many people are sick of having products marketed to them that they can't afford? How many people are sick of watching their institutions, the NHS, dismantled around them, and no one's saying, vote for us, we'll stop it. We'll sort you out. We're on your side. We don't work for big business. We ain't getting involved in no international trade agreements that are going to prohibit our power. We're not going to support energy companies and corporations that are desecrating our planet. We're here for you. We're here for you. You tell us what to do. A state of referenda is possible. Possible to vote on every issue. Possible to have proper, localised, direct democracy where we, the people, we're not idiots. We're not children. What have they been telling you? We're not idiots. We can control control our own lives. Settle for nothing less than that. Anything less than that is a compromise, and this is no time for compromises because we're facing ecological crisis. This is the time for us to bind. This is the time for us to come together. This is the time for us to unify because we ain't got a lot to lose. This is it. This generation that's coming up now, this is vital that they become activated, properly activated, not compromised, not told that change can come within the system because this system is working. It's working for them. It ain't working for you. But the people that say this system works, work for the system. Subscribe to Bite News. You can bite back. But there are many ways that you can bite back. Many ways that you can bite back. Don't be pigeonholed. Don't be controlled. Do bite back. And think about what a bite means.